I used to think becoming that girl would finally make me happy. I think everyone kind of thinks that when you're planning it the night before, when you get that burst of motivation at like 2 a.m. and you want to plan your whole life out and become that girl overnight. The routine, the confidence, the dream life, the ecstatic life, the ones you see on Pinterest that has basically your whole life together. Maybe you've told yourself, when I lose weight, I'll be happier. When I get my life together, I'll feel better. When I'm this age, I'll feel better. When I become more confident, I'll start living then. When I get my dream body, I'll start living then. Or it could even be, I'll start wearing that dress when I have my dream body. Or I'll wear that perfume when I go out then. But can I ask you something? Have you ever noticed that every goal that you reach, you immediately go to the next one? If it takes a couple minutes, an hour, or the next day, your mind races to the next goal. The finish line moves every single time. You finally get what you want and suddenly it isn't enough anymore. So what if we've been sold the wrong dream? Because I don't think most of us are chasing success. I think we're chasing a feeling. The feeling that one day you'll finally feel enough. But what about you been feeling enough this whole time and you've had it in you this whole time? What if the reason you're exhausted isn't because you're failing and you're restarting your journey again and again? You're restarting your weight loss journey or your weight gain journey again and again? What if all of that isn't because of you failing? It's actually because you've been spending years trying to earn something that was already yours to begin with. And there's a lot to unpack with that, so make sure you listen to this whole video to get to the secrets, because I'm spilling them all in this video for you. This is the reset you've been waiting for. You've clicked on this video for a reason and it's been waiting for you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Reset Diaries. I believe this is episode 5 now, so if you aren't all caught up already, go do that after you watch this one. My name is Rahima and this is a little series on resetting and all different topics that we dive into. If you are wanting an episode on something really specific or something that you've been going through recently, then definitely drop a comment and I will do that for you the best I can. Honestly, this is something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. That girl trend was super duper popular and I feel like it still very much is, because who wouldn't want to be that girl or him? But the reason I've been thinking about this a lot is because the life I'm building now looks very, very different in the best way possible from the life I thought I wanted. And the reason for that started with one of the hardest periods of my life. For the longest time, I thought my future self would save me. You know that version, the person that's disciplined, the person who's healed, gets up at 5 a.m, gets straight up, the girl who never ever procrastinates. It sounds like the dream, doesn't it? The girl who always knows what she's doing and never feels lost, never doubts yourself. I was obsessed with becoming her, and I think we all were at one point, because we think that they have all the answers. But here's the question. What if the version that you're waiting for never arrives? How would you feel? What if confidence never magically appears one morning? What if the motivation is never coming? What if nobody is coming to save you? Not in a depressing way, but in a freeing way. Because once you realise nobody is coming to save you or rescue you, something incredible changes. You hit some sort of reset button in your head. You stop waiting and you start moving. You stop asking for permission. You stop thinking about what others will think or do. You only think about your own actions. And this is powerful. I felt like something's just changed forever. You start trusting yourself. And you stop imagining your future life, but start focusing on the now. You start creating it. I think that's why so many people stay stuck and the 1% moves forward. And if you want to be part of that 1%, then you don't wait until you feel ready. Ready for what? Ready according to who? You start now. I've delayed so many things in my life because I thought I needed to become someone else first. More confident, more successful, whatever it is, more attractive, more worthy. But looking back, every single version of myself was just scared. Every version. And then before you know it, life just happens. And suddenly all the things that you think matter so much become really small. Because sometimes a lot of things in life changes your definition of what success really means. The definition of what that girl really means. There are certain things in life that split your life into the before and after. It's basically the canning event in your life, and sometimes you don't even realise you're in it until it's in the past. Or it could be right this second for you. It could just be a switch in your head that you have the ability to switch. For me, it was chronic illness. My entire perspective changed. Because when you're going through something like that, nobody cares about an aesthetic morning routine. You care about how it feels to you. Nobody cares about productivity or about becoming the perfect version of yourself. You're just trying to breathe and survive. But that's when I realised something. And it could mean the most to you. A lot of the things I was actually chasing wasn't that important. I thought success meant having everything together, but now I think success looks completely different. Success means peace. Success means waking up and feeling the need to get things done. Success is waking up and feeling alive. Success is having people around you that genuinely care about you. Success is about being able to trust yourself that you will get there and you will be that girl, however the definition is to you. Success is getting through a difficult season without losing who you are. And it all taught me another lesson too, one that hurt. It showed me who stayed and it showed me who didn't, which brings me to something that nobody talks about enough. Why some people in your life need to leave for you to enter the new version of yourself. Have you ever noticed that some people love you the most when you're easy to access? And what I mean is that when you're always there, when you're available, when you're giving, when you're shrinking yourself to be with them, when you're not speaking up, when you're not asking for that much. But the moment you start changing and you start putting in boundaries, and the moment you start prioritizing yourself, everything feels different. You'll feel it. And for a long time, you will take people leaving really personally. And you'll feel like people leaving makes you feel that you're not enough. But trust me, now you'll see it differently because I really do. What if people leaving isn't actually rejection? What if it's redirection? What if some people were only meant to meet a certain version of you? What if some people are holding you back to who you can actually become? Because growth changes relationships. Self-respect changes relationships. And not everybody deserves access to you and the healed vision of you and the that girl vision of you. Some people will prefer the abandoned version of yourself, and that is hard to hear, but some people are just like that and they want to feel better than you. But here's the truth, not everyone is supposed to come with you, and that's okay. Because the hardest thing I had to let go of wasn't the other people, it was something much deeper. So the thing I actually needed to let go of before becoming that girl was my old identity. The people pleaser, the overthinker, the girl who needed validation. And if this is feeling very like it's hitting you hard, can we talk about that for a second? Because why do so many of us spend years trying to be chosen by other people while constantly rejecting yourself? Think about it. How many times have you betrayed your own needs to make someone else happy? Even if it's that simple of like, you don't want to go to that restaurant because your friend is saying, no, let's go to Nando's, but you really wanted something else, or you weren't really feeling that, but you kind of gave in because the whole group was going there. Those sort of things you don't realise in the moment, but they do matter because you're losing respect to yourself. How many times have you stayed quiet, settled? That isn't that girl behaviour. And it's accepting behaviour you knew you deserved better then. And why? Because you were scared of losing other people? But what about losing yourself? Nobody talks about self-abandonment enough. That's what it is, self-abandonment. Every time you settle, you silence yourself. Someone who gets up and back up after every hard season. Someone who trusts themselves enough that they're going to keep going. Even when things don't make sense. When you have no one in your life. Even when you're scared. Because confidence is not what gets you there. And to become that girl, self-trust does. And the beautiful thing is that self-trust is available to everyone. It starts with one promise. One walk, one boundary, one difficult conversation, one act of self-respect, then another, then the next, until one day you realise you've become that girl, and you might even realise right now you're aspects of that girl. Maybe it's returning to yourself, the version of you underneath the fear, underneath the comparison, or the pressure and the expectations, the version of you that existed before the world convinced you that you weren't enough. Because you are, obviously. And if anyone is going to think that first, it's you. Because if there's one thing that I've learned over grief, healing, losing people, and rebuilding myself, it's this. People leave, plans change, things fall apart, some things happen that you could never plan, but so much beauty can come from starting again and taking that leap, taking that first step. And maybe that's what a reset is really about. Not erasing your life, obviously, but learning from it and choosing from it and trusting yourself that you're going to become the person you want to be through the small steps. Not waking up one morning and feeling magically transformed, but a reset is choosing yourself again and again after every setback and change in your life. Because if you can do that, I think you can handle everything. And you'll actually become that girl. The girl that can get through anything. Any hurdle, any person, any heartbreak. A reset is choosing yourself every single day. Even when you don't feel like it. Because that's when it matters the most. Every day, even after disappointment, after a bad day, doing a quick reset after a bad thing that's happened. The other day, I was in a car park and I accidentally went the wrong way in a car park. Big deal, big whoop, not really, right? And there was so much room in both the sides of the car park, so it really shouldn't be a problem, should it? And there was no one around. It was literally like 8 p.m. and it's a very quiet time. But one woman saw me doing it and she thought it would make her day if she threw some fingers at me and shouted through her car to me that I was going the wrong way. And I was like, I know I'm going the wrong way, but it just angered me that she is making it so personal to her. She was literally throwing so many hands and I was just thinking in my head, like, I didn't say one word to her because I knew it was not personal to me. She's obviously going through something and putting that anger onto me. When I already knew I was going in the wrong way, I already knew I was correcting that and I was going back to the right way. And it was over. It's 2 seconds that it's done. And there was no need for any just negative vibes, because what is the point in that? So I did a quick reset and I was fine. But that woman, I think she needs to watch one of my videos, because you seriously don't need to take a moment like that in life and take it over your stillness and your peace when it's really just not that deep. So a reset is choosing yourself every single day, even after moments like that or big ones. After loss, after failure, after failing an exam, is choosing to try again or choosing a different path. Maybe that girl person that you're waiting for and searching for isn't waiting in the future, but is here right now if you choose it to be. Maybe they're already here and they're waiting for you to believe in yourself, waiting for you to trust yourself, waiting for you to choose yourself. And maybe that's where the transformation begins for you. Not becoming someone totally new, but finally coming home to yourself. Okay, that's the video for today, guys. I will see you in the next Reset Diaries video. I hope today's video has helped you. Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like and save this video if you ever need a reminder that you are already that girl or that guy. I really hope throughout this whole video, if you are a guy watching this, and oh my god, my tonsils. But that while you're watching this video, you do understand the memo that when I say that girl, I really just mean that trend of that girl, but it could really mean whatever it means to you, of that higher self that is you, that is within you. So don't forget to, like I said, like and subscribe and comment down below, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, if you want an episode that is tailored to you, that you're thinking about, or just a topic in general, then I'll definitely take it into consideration. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!